Hi everyone, I hope you are all okay and welcome to a new video. So today I'm gonna talk to you about my experience and the things that surprised me as an international student. I already mentioned in other videos that I'm from Chile, which is in Latin America for those who don't know. And I live in Oxford, and I first came to the UK I think 4 years ago. It was very different. It was quite of a shock, so I really want to talk to you about the things that surprised me the most. Let me know in the comments if you are also an international student and if you can relate to some of the things that I'm gonna mention, or there are other things completely different that you would also like to say about your experience as an international student. Okay, so the first thing that surprised me, especially as a university student, is that they are very flexible, because in Chile it's quite like the idea is that you go to university, that's the only thing you do. If you can work part-time, that's really hard work, and people that work part-time, like, they don't have a lot of time to do anything else. Teachers always say, like, yeah, if you're a university student, the only thing you have to do is to study and you can do anything else apart from that. But when I came to the UK, I really thought it was gonna be so strict, I wasn't gonna have time to do anything. But that wasn't the case, because I was going to university. I'm going to university like 12 hours a week, and I also have time to have a part-time job in hospitality and do other activities like playing sports, being part of a society, because I already mentioned that I was president of the Latino Society, and many other things. For me, that was so surprising, because in Chile you honestly don't have time to do anything else apart from your studies. And also that the tutors here, they try to encourage you to do other things, and they also tell you that it's very good for your CV to have another job, to have different experiences, and that studying is not the only thing. At least in my university, that's what I was told. So for me, it was a completely new concept, because in Chile they were always like, no, your studies and that's it. The other thing that was very surprising for me as a student is that it's very practical. So I do journalism, so my course is very practical in general. I don't have exams, and I basically, like, everything that I do is related to my degree. So writing articles, doing infographics, doing like making videos, and all those sort of things that are very practical and are gonna be very helpful in the future. So I really like that, because in Chile, especially university, everything is quite theoretical and memorizing things. I also like that they focus a lot on developing your skills and your experience instead of your results, because in Chile sometimes I felt like all that mattered was my final results. The third thing that surprised me is that it's very easy to find a job, because I remember the first time I came here, it was my first job that I applied to. I didn't have a lot of experience, like no experience at all, and I remember I applied to some jobs, and the day after I got an offer from 5 different places, and I went to 2 trial shifts, and in 2 days I already found a job. For me, that was so surprising, because I didn't have any experience. I was coming from Chile, so my English wasn't still that good, and I still managed to get a job as a student, which is still quite useful. The other thing that was surprising is that at first I thought that it was very silent. Like, for example, walking or going to the supermarket or to different shops, like, it was always so quiet. Or when you go on the bus, they don't play any music, and I don't know, I just felt that it was everything like so silent, because in Chile, like, they always played music, like very, I don't know, like Latin American music. It's, of course, the food. At first it was quite hard to get used to it. Now I'm very used to it, especially because I like that it's quite international, so you can just go to many places and have food from different countries. I really like the taste of the food in Chile, like especially like tomatoes or avocados. Oh, it's just so nice. So I miss the taste sometimes. But apart from that, now I'm quite used to the food. One of the things that I really like is that they have a lot of vegetarian and vegan options, because sometimes when I go to Chile they don't have as many, because meat is a huge part of the culture over there, so sometimes it's a bit of a challenge to find vegetarian food. When it comes to beauty, I think that's one of the things that also surprised me, that is quite expensive. For example, to get a haircut in Chile, is like, for a haircut is like 5-10 pounds. Well, here's like, it starts I think at 30 pounds or more. And if you want to dye your hair, like, oh, it's very expensive. I've never been to the dentist here because I always wait until I go to Chile because I'm very used to that. But I've also heard that the dentist is very expensive here as well. So yeah, I just wait until I go to Chile and then I get everything done there, because I know that it's gonna be much cheaper. One of the other things that also surprised me is that people here are very polite, and I really like that, because now I'm very used to it. Of course, at first it was quite weird for me, because I remember working in hospitality and we're like, oh, thank you, that's very kind, thank you so much, thank you, and I was like, okay, that's fine. But it was weird for me because they said thank you like, I don't know, 5 times, and now I'm just so used to it that if I go to Chile they don't say thank you a lot, and for me it's like, oh, that's so rude. But it's just part of the culture that is just not very typical. And finally, what really surprised me, I think especially this applies to Oxford and London, is that they are very international. So for me it was so weird to walk around and to hear like so many different languages and to see people from so many different parts of the world, especially English people. And they're like, yeah, I'm English, but I have this and this background, and my parents are from these countries, and it's just like so diverse. Well, sometimes in Chile, like, I barely met people from different countries. So yeah, I think that's amazing. That's one of the things that I really enjoy. Just a chance to meet people from all over the world. So yeah, I hope you like this video, and please let me know if you can relate to any of these things that I mentioned, because it would be very interesting to see what other international students think about it. I hope you like this video and have a good day.